Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Andrew and this is the ExtraAmo channel. Today, we're going to talk about the Genesis Arms Gen-12 12-gauge firearm. Yes, it is the Terran Tactical DRACARYS version. Oh, and look, I've got the suppressor. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're all loaded up here. All you gotta do is charge it back, fire away. Woo! Love it. Okay, so like I mentioned in the first ever episode of my podcast, if you haven't checked out my podcast, please go do. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcast and Google Music and Amazon, whatever. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, just check out my podcast, please. Anyways, I got this because I thought it was very, very cool, and I've been very happy with it. Reliability-wise, it feeds everything, it shoots everything. It's really neat. Now, Suppressor adds a little bit of complexity to it. We'll talk about that. But for the most part, this is basically how it comes. Comes with a key mod handrail, has the Terran Tactical cool branding, and the sweet magwell. And you can get 5-round or more round standard capacity magazines. Charges on the side here, very similar to an AR, but not exactly like it, and has the single dot EOTech up top. More or less left this the way that it came so that it would still look like the John Wick Chapter 4 movie gun, where he shoots all the dragon's breath and it all lights everybody on fire, which is not how dragon's breath works, by the way, guys. All that dragon's breath is likely to do for you is start a forest fire. Okay, so be careful with that. But very cool gun, and what I wanted to do was shoot a little bit more, right? I'll do like 3 rounds buckshot, 3 rounds slug, then I'll put the suppressor on, do the same thing, so you can kind of see the difference in tone. Hopefully that comes across on the mic, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 3 rounds of buckshot. Strip the mag. 3 rounds of slugs. And now we'll put the suppressor on, which I can't show you because YouTube, and we'll do it again. Okay, same deal, now with the can on. Buckshot first. And slugs. Smoky. Okay, so pro tip for those of you YouTubers out there who are looking to me for advice with all of my followers and views at this point. If you're producing a bunch of the YouTube content and you've got a shotgun, go ahead and use the shotgun last because everything is going to get obliterated. All right, target stands, I think a few of these have got holes in them. This ain't too bad so far, but we're going to keep shooting it, so it's going to get messy. So far, though, he did not make it. Each of these rounds of buckshot is about the same kinetic energy as like a 380 ACP round, and these slugs have some serious FU energy behind them. So, if you like 12 gauge, you're going to like this thing. Now, for the can. This is a JK armament, and I believe it is the SBSX, short-barreled shotgun X. It's a variant of their 12-gauge can that's specifically designed for shorter barrels. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, but I think it has something to do with the first couple of baffles are made of a different metal, just to be able to handle the pressures of the short barrel. I don't know if it came across very well on the video, but it doesn't really reduce the sound very much on a 12-gauge. Makes it, you know, attenuated, and yes, it reduces the overall decibels. Great. In much the same way that suppressing 5.56 does. But to the ear, I am not thinking, wow, that was a lot less loud. I was thinking, wow, the tone on that was slightly better. Now, we'll talk about it in a second, but unfortunately, I needed this fancy adapter here, and as somebody who likes things to just match perfectly, I don't love this. Now, the original version of this used to direct thread right under this can, and when I you know, decided to undertake this whole acquisition endeavor here, I thought that I was going to be able to just direct thread it on. But somewhere along the way, they developed, Genesis Arms did, I think in partnership with Huxworks, a very specific flow-through 12-gauge shotgun suppressor. And I believe what they ended up doing was they changed how the barrels on this were threaded so that they could adapt it to take the Huxworks or adapt it to take the JK with an adapter. Unfortunately, because of that, without the adapter, I can't direct thread it. And it really is a bummer that I have to add this 1.5 inches here just to get the can that was supposed to be direct threadable right onto this gun to work. That being said, it's not too heavy. You can take out some of the baffles in here if I wanted to make it a little shorter, or I guess theoretically I could add to them if the ATF got cool about suppressor parts to, you know, either increase or decrease the amount of suppression and the overall length. On the end here, there's a sort of, I guess you could call it a flash hider or breacher tip. I don't know how effective this would be at cutting into anything for actual breaching uses, so I don't think I'll ever use it for that. But hey, you know, if the situation arises, I do like shooting this thing. But other than that, it's just fun, guys. So I'm going to shoot some more, maybe get some slow-mo in here, and we'll see you in a sec. Okay, so one final thing here, guys. I did get some of the Terran tactical extensions. Maybe you just saw some slow-mo with that where I got pushed way back. Super cool. But seems like it only adds 1 round on my magazines. And if you are not very careful loading these, and I mean like put the round in and push it all the way to the rear, which I can't show you because YouTube, all the way to the back, as you are feeding these, they love to bind up. Only seems to be an issue when you have the extension on it, but I've kind of just, for 1 extra round, stopped using these entirely. Makes for good YouTube content, but loading them is a pain. So keep that in mind if you decide to pick one of these up. It's super cool, and the suppressor makes it even better. I've been Andrew, this is the Extra Ammo channel, and thank you for coming to my Lead Talk.